Are you sure you're done inspecting your seahorses yet?
Hello, everyone, and
my
welcome
God.
to Good.
You
Sorry.
cannot raise your voice like you used to.
Well, then turn me down. I got a new microphone. Hi, guys.
You were at 200%.
Well, whose fault is that? You're the one that.
Yours! I did not. I swear to the Lord above, it was not me.
From when I was on my laptop. Yes, you did. Welcome to Red Valkyrie Presents, everyone. It's wonderful to see you.
Fuck, you're loud.
I hate your face so much.
You love my face. Especially my accusatory face that's right in front of you.
How are you, Hojo? Since apparently this is how it's going to go.
I'm great.
You're at 83% now. I'm doing great, Shae. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I don't care.
So, to anyone who does care, all one of you that's in the chat, two, since we went early, I have isolated the problem with the whine on my microphone. So, do not plug in a 65-watt power brick and then use that to power your soundboard, because that introduces some line noise. Just saying.
Yeah.
Sai is now louder than Shae. Yeah, I should be.
Whatever. So before we get to the campaign, I really want to do the cosplay reveal before something decides to fall apart. So what do you say?
Metamorphosis completed, sir.
Shae the Red
Has now become
Super scary.
awesome.
What? That is
So-
insane.
I made the horns. They're not quite dry yet. They're foam, and they have not finished drying, so they're just stuck on my head. Hopefully they will stay there.
Already.
They started falling. Sorry, ruining the illusion. They started falling forward, like off of my forehead.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. It
yeah.
looks great. It's great. It's awesome.
Thanks. I tried the shoulder pieces and everything. Those also did not dry in time, and I was just like, you know what, screw it. I've got a lot of hair.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll just
You
say
know,
that she's
This is her
mostly-
casual look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
took off
This is what you have to get into the Uber with.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, you're like a 5-year-old size. Seriously.
Thank you.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about the Mythicals Volume 2. So we got the second one in the series going, and I am digging the blue chick. She's she's definitely intense.
Yeah, she's fun to write. I can say that.
I bet
She's
she
kinda
seems
like
like
my- Rogue,
seems like she's kind
from
of
X-Men.
yeah.
She can be. Like, she's real into pop culture. Like, she's like 5,000 years old, but she's like obsessed like with social media and like reality television, and so
Oh God.
she is like, every cultural zeitgeist over the years but she's just into fads, I guess. So
Nice.
it's fun.
Shae, did that lock of hair bug you for the final time?
Couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't do
do
it. I had to do it for the reveal, and then I needed to get out of my face.
She had it for the last hour, and I'm like, do you want to bobby pin that to get it out of the way? I mean, I understand
Yeah.
that you want to loop it under the horn for the look,
Right.
to match,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
it's fine. So tell
Douche.
us about Mythicals 2.
Okay, so like after Mythicals 1, she's aware that all this exists. Something tried to in case you haven't read the first one, she's part of this organization now, and so this is like her first day of work. So like she shows up and gets a rundown on like kind of like what they do. I have to do a little bit of exposition dump over the course of the issue to get the reader caught up on some lore and all that. Just not revealing too much, and we have to recruit other people to. There's something big going down, so we have to get everybody involved. That means bringing back our grizzled veteran werewolf.
I forgot our music. Sorry.
Can I just say I really love this grumpy cat with a little clip here.
Oh man, like I keep hearing he's like the breakout star. Read the script because he's just like the surly government worker who's worked for the government for 200 years and he just has zero fucks to give anymore.
What's his charm?
What's that?
What's the charm? Is that a little bone?
Yeah, it's like a little piece of bone. Ooh, clever. We'll get there.
Look, so here's the thing. As someone who works for the government, can relate. Can
Yes.
100% relate. This is the face that I have every time I go into work Monday,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Hey, can you just do this one thing for me?" I'm like, "What do you need?"
If it were up to him, he would just be locked away in the library and reading and wouldn't have anything to do with the rest of these people.
Fair.
Ah.
I feel the same way. It's because
Scary.
everything switched,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just showing Ollie. Okay.
right? Since Ollie got here late.
Yeah, fucker.
Heaven forbid you scroll back. It's fine. Yeah, so I can see why people like him because he's got a little bit of that grumpy cat vibe going, and that was a complete viral sensation.
Yes.
But then there's also just you
That's
said
not
he's
unintentional.
yeah, you said he's a government employee, and I was like, see, now it just makes sense. Like now I
Yeah.
get why he looks so pissed.
All day. And like just to have to deal with like Lucas, always making cat jokes and like he's just over it all the time.
I also gotta say, I love that whoever drew this made A Tale of Two Cities this fucking small because anyone who's ever tried to read that knows you ain't getting that for less than like 4 inches thick of this
Yeah.
giant ass stupid book.
Yeah. Yep.
Me and that book have a history.
It's one of my favorite books. So I threw it
Is
in there.
it?
Yeah. He actually
got through
like
the
I want
first
to
5
do a
pages.
backstory, like an origin on him or whatever, and like do the little He-Man, like the mini books, like the little origin books that came with the figure, but it's going to be called A Tale of Two Kitties.
Nice.
So you get to see how he went from just this, loving, just like a pet, and then he gets to be a familiar, and then over the centuries he just morphs into just like
You just like fuck this shit. Like I'm
Yeah.
done. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
But now he meets Nancy, and she's she's different. She's got a positive outlook on the world, and he's just like, "What's wrong with you?"
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, he's
Right.
like- yeah,
That's how I feel anytime I have like someone who's been in the military for 2 years, and they're like, "Oh, what's it like?" And I'm like, "Oh, do I
I
break
did 6,
your heart?"
and that was enough. Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, after 17 and a half, how is it, Shae?
yeah, I see it.
2.5 more, and I'm retired.
There you go. I would have
When-
retired last year.
When you do the cat's origin story, please delve into how he became a government employee.
Oh yeah, oh it's there, it's there.
Okay. Awesome.
Get swindled like I did.
That youthful
Okay.
optimism.
Here, sign right here, kitty.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I have to ask. You guys are more recent than me. How big was your contract? Like how many pages?
Oh,
Mine was 27. I remember that clearly.
that was about like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
about that thick. I don't know.
I had to do mine 4 times, so
Oh, see, ours were carbon.
Ooh.
no.
Yeah.
When I say do it 4 times, I mean there were 4 stages to me doing my
Oh.
contract to getting my job.
See, I only went in once, but I had to do the 27 pages, and then I had to do my extensions. So, because they wouldn't let me come in at 4 years, I had to come in at 6. So,
Yeah, I had to do a bunch of security clearance stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
oh,
that's-
I wasn't
that's-
counting that because I had to have a top. So,
Yeah. So, and this is page 1 from the new book here.
Nice.
Kind of.
I like her expression right here.
Yeah, because this is her like reacting to him talking for the first time. It's like we just jump right into it. Because if you read book 1, she's in the same interview room and she's like, she said something to him. She's like, "Oh, at least they're pet friendly." He looks at her and meows and just walks off, and that's all he is in the first issue. And I put him in the
Nice.
tree. I put him in the tree on the cover. Like Dan Dahl, he did that. Like I was my idea.
Nice.
That's a couple people have asked. Renee got it. She was like, "So what's with the cat?" And I just had to be like, "Well, he's just an office pet." But he's not an office pet. He pretty much runs the show.
I love how Jason came in here and said hi, basically, and then turned around and went live a couple minutes ago. I just got the notification.
Thanks, Jason.
Hit and run. Better have left a like.
Yeah.
So I like she's like petting him and everything, and then all of a sudden he says something back to her, and she's like, "What the ever loving fuck?"
Yeah. She said something. I think I can't remember now. She's like, "I had a rough night last night. You have no idea. This is so weird." And he was like, "You have no idea. It's about to get weirder." And she's like, and that's page 2 right there. And she jumps up. She's like, "What in the actual fuck?"
I've had nights of hard drinking where that was my expression and trying to get away from whatever was in my bed the next day.
Yes.
I also like the just kind of like her disbelief right here. And she's like,
Yeah.
"I'm following a cat that told me to follow him because he talked."
Yeah. And this
she's
right
like,
here is
I-
the reveal to the office, and
Nope.
it's even weirder.
That's awesome. This is a really badass cover too.
Yeah. I'm so glad I met Demetrius.
It's
He-
interesting. Like it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Joe Ball's style with like a ton of detail, lots of lines, lots of texture. But I gotta say, like the way that he made her look on the
it's dope.
cover, it's so cool. Like
Yeah.
she looks like big and imposing, like muscularly, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but like still really feminine and pretty. And that is such a hard line to try
Mm-hmm.
and walk.
You know, usually when I look at wraparound covers, I can pick which side that I prefer. This one I like
too.
both.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, because she's badass. This is clearly a vampire, which
Yeah.
I fucking love. And then we've got.
I didn't
this-
even see it.
Yeah.
You didn't see him? Look at
No.
the
Yeah,
vampire right
he's
there.
just there. Yeah, we jammed him in there. The only one that's missing is Daniel, and like I'm just like, ugh. My excuse is he's off a little bit to the right. He's the one who opens the portal. So he's like, there you go. Here's the taxi.
No, I'm like badass chick on the left, badass chick on the right,
Yep.
Yeah.
cool looking cat on the right, awesome looking. Is that a werewolf on the bottom
Yeah.
left?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
That's what I
the
was
tree
gonna
on
say.
the right. I love the wing detail on the left. So I mean, it's just hitting all the
I
It's
stuff.
like
a
the,
really-
the
it's a
colors he did
really-
on her wings are just great.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
yeah. And how they're slightly transparent, which is
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
that's so cool.
Yeah, you
And I
don't
gotta
see that a
say-
lot. Yeah, except with people who draw insect wings, you don't really see that a lot. Which I mean, if you look at a bat wing in any kind of light, I mean, you're gonna have that bit of see-through on it. So that's really cool.
He just gives off a good Greg Capullo vibe. Like if you look at his solo book that he does the interiors for, like it's called Avalon. It's I mean, it just looks like Greg Capullo drew it, but he's just so much like I don't know. His action sequences are a lot better than Greg's, I think. But the inks for this, like that face in the middle, it's just ridiculously detailed.
Yeah, I love inside
Yeah.
the mouth.
Yeah. He's like, you think I could put the moon in there? I was like, I don't give a shit. Make it look cooler.
You're like, you do you, boo. Whatever,
yeah, just put
whatever
the sword
you want.
there, and like the way he did the tombstones, like with the black there, and like on the inks, you could see like
And
the light
lighting
on the
and
grass.
everything.
It's dope, man.
And the vines and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was gonna point out about the thing that I really love about your werewolf too is the fact that so much of the front part of his face is in shadow,
Yeah.
except his beaming yellow eye
Yeah,
that is just
yeah,
pristinely shining through. It makes him so much scarier.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
I got really good shape on that jaw too.
Yep.
oh, I love it. Okay.
I can't point to that and name one thing I don't like.
Very true.
Boom.
This is also amazing. I gotta say, this image, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail,
Yeah, yeah. That's Eric Hodson, man. He's nailed it again.
it's so good, and she has such a cute little booty, and like it. So the way that I did it, it was actually really fun because I isolated her out, and then I did the like a massive blur in the background, which makes her look like she's popping out like even more, and it's just. She's just so pretty. In fact, that's what I used when I was making the cosplay. That's why I got the little dots on the cheeks and everything
I dig it. Yeah.
Now I understand what your background is with those fucking storm clouds.
Yeah, that's why it's because I've been staring at this for 3 hours. I fucking love this part so much. I want this on a t-shirt. It's just so pretty.
You know, ordinarily I typically only like maybe one trading card out of a set that creators are giving. Like one will be my favorite. I would legit be happy to own all three of these. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That reaching claw, that's so good.
Oh, see, that's Stefani Renee. You guys know who that is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We know stuff. We haven't seen him in forever, but we know him.
Yeah, it's just like, well, I commissioned it like 180, well, a year and a half ago. So got it back eventually. So worked out.
He's been super busy with so many different things.
Yeah, he sent me a message. There's some health issues in the family and stuff. So
yeah,
no, it's all good, man. Like worked out.
That's gorgeous though.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the metal one.
Oh, nice.
And I was gonna say, like,
Jinx.
there's so many people who try foreshortening because it's such a cool dynamic thing to add into your art.
I get it. Yeah.
So many people mess it up.
Yeah, because I would be afraid to make the claw way too big. That would be my problem.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the
or make the back one way too small.
I was gonna say the back one's all.
Yeah.
Right, and so like that's the thing is if you look at this like
it's a strong hand.
Just look at one and the other, like that's a little gimp arm back there, 100%.
Yeah.
Or like they don't translate the musculature right into the proportion, and so it looks wimpy or way overblown, like a left Quagmire arm or whatever.
Well, that's like he got a really good proportion with the chest, where like he made the pec in the front really big, and then he showed it going back, which really just pushed the character more this way.
He turned him right too.
Yeah, so he like it's all of those together. Like Stefani freaking killed it, and then of course you have Nancy with I can't. He looks way too cute and adorable there, and I think that's fucking hilarious. Now that I've seen the standee and know that he's like a pissed off, disgruntled government worker, that makes that even funnier.
Yeah.
It's like, look at me, I am innocent.
I'm totally just a little cat. Don't worry about anything.
Okay.
To the was it Puss in Boots when he does the
yes.
And then immediately he would just like insult you.
Yeah. And then, having Nancy like in action too is also really cool to see.
Yeah.
She got some nice thighs.
Okay, man, Eric likes to draw pretty women. I'm not gonna hold him up.
I'm happy that Eric draws pretty women that have nice thighs.
Yeah.
Because the amount of time that they draw and they're like, the thigh gap. I was like, screw your thigh gap. Thigh gap is unhealthy and you should eat a cookie.
Yeah.
Thigh gap is only achieved by whoever she's strangling with their thighs at that moment.
Yeah.
I like women who look like they could crush a watermelon between their thighs. I think that's a lot sexier.
Yeah. Where we're going, we don't need thigh gaps.
Exactly.
Nice.
Oh, wow. You know what? I just had this realization. This is the first time I have seen somebody show a really good, accurate transition into werewolf in an indie comic.
Well, I gave Dillard the Incredible Hulk 353, and I said, do the werewolf version of that. We tweaked a few other things. I was very hands-on on this one. But
well, the cool thing is you always see the bottom one, and you always see 4.
Yeah.
But you hardly ever see 2 and 3.
No.
Right, and you never see them stacked like this, and
Yeah.
it's so
it's
shocking.
important because that third stage is like that's like his fighting form, but like when he has to really, up the ante if like
Right.
we're fighting like an ancient
Mhm.
demon or something or a god or something, he's got to beef it up. That's like his war form. That's his war face.
Absolutely. Well, and the thing is seeing it all together, it feels like when you watch it in a movie, you watch them like their
Mhm.
their fingers get longer, their eyes get darker, they get fangs,
Right,
they get
right.
hair, and in the way that this was done, you get to see every step of that, which is so satisfying. And I was gonna say we have covered like there was just like there was with vampire books. There was a huge surge of vampire books at one time. There's been so many werewolf books, and I have never seen anybody do this.
Thank you. I had no idea there were so many. But mine, and
There-
they're like,
well-
well, you got another werewolf. I'm like, well, he's blonde. And they're like, well, how's your werewolf different? And I said, mine's blonde.
Right. Well,
He's
and
got
that's the
spiked
thing is
gauntlets
it's
and
like
he's badass.
Yeah, I was gonna say my hat's off to those because they fucking survived the transformation, all the
They're-
steps.
They're enchanted. That's my unstable molecule cop out.
Unobtainium
it.
gauntlets.
Yeah. Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
got
buy
an
it.
answer for everything.
I buy it. It's amazing. But
That shirt didn't quite make the cut, so
No,
that
I
was-
mean the
no, that's
sleeves.
LLB.
Almost
Yeah.
had it.
Walmart shirt. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, I love I haven't seen
that-
your FundMyComic avatar. That's so cute.
Yeah, it's the same one who did the Standee. And she is awesome.
Oh
like,
my
she does a lot of
God.
manga. She does like a lot of manga stuff, but it's like got a Western. It's unique. Like I'll send you her link. And her name's Irene. She is amazing. Like
I
she started
might
working
follow
for the
her.
trader now.
I
Yeah,
might.
she is. And she's just out of the blue. Like she was like when FundMyComic we started doing all these like back. I say back in the day, but it's only 7 months old. So like 6 months ago.
back in the
yeah.
olden time.
Yeah, back like in the spring.
The dark days before FundMyComic.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, I want one because I have no digital art skills. I can't do that. I got like all phones. I can't do that. And she was like, I'll give it a shot. And she just sent me a DM. She's like, does this look cool? I was like, no, it looks awesome. It looks amazing. And then
It's so cute.
I went back to her. I said, I got this idea for this cat, and I told her about that. And I gave her a little mock-up of him on the books, and she was like, oh my god, I love it. I'm gonna draw something super cool for you. And there it was, man. I was just like, I was blown away. Like I had 2 revisions just because I told her War and Peace is a very big book.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's awesome.
And 6 a.m. just did the little werewolf sticker the other day. I just
Oh my
put
gosh,
that on
of
there.
course.
Yeah.
Classic 6 a.m. I love that he did all the spittle too.
Yeah.
Shay, we
Makes it a
need
little gnarly.
they and hers cute little things like Hojo got. Top thing.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
FundMyComic.
Yeah.
It just has to say RV.
Yeah.
Totally like rip off on my. I
Do
Luke
it.
likes us, but I think he
Yeah.
would come after.
No, he
us.
would not. He definitely would not.
He would be like, I gotta protect the brand.
Yeah.
Like,
He
there's
might
no
get corporate
protecting
on you.
your brand from us.
One thing I just want to point out to you is super small typo right there. Yeah,
No, I can't.
I'm just letting you know because I know you can edit it, so your space is just
Yeah.
one after. And I only noticed it because I have that typo issue because I have ADHD and I've already thought 3 sentences past what my fingers are typing. So I
Yeah,
put
spell
spaces in all the
because
wrong places.
all the time. Like I can't help it. It's just how I type. It's my brain's broken.
You spell what wrong?
Because all the time it's like
Oh.
BAC AU or UASE. It's just how I type. I can't do it. I can't not do it.
Like I'm a good speller, but I feel like I get like typing dyslexia all of a sudden. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like why? I know how to spell.
The thing is, you have to teach your hands to type at the same speed. Otherwise, you're always doing that, and that's the problem when you're, of course, you're right-handed or left-handed. So that hand is going to be the strongest at typing, and it's like that's just too many thumbs on your space bar.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we have looked at all of the freaking amazing art that I can't. This, like, we have to back because not only is there badass covers and all this other stuff, but like, look at the sticker and the standee and the fucking cards. Like, you're getting me with all the swag. It's ridiculous.
And like, I've got to add a Miller print, but he's not done with it yet. So that's gonna be a metal print.
Nice. All right,
Yeah.
let's talk about your rewards because it seems like there are many.
You can't. They have to be next week. I can put them where I want them. So the new code goes in next week. Right now it's by price. So I got some Nancy stickers left over from the first campaign. You want to grab some? Only $1. I don't care. I don't want anybody to miss out. And then you got PDF for the new one, $8, just like the last one. You can get both of them for $15, and then you can get a black and white, just a line art edition of the first book with a Dan Dog cover with a sketch cover on the back for $10.
Jeez.
Yeah. And each book is $13. I think I got it to where you can catch up, and I have it priced to where you don't get dinged on extra shipping.
Nice.
I still get the merch. You guys already have that. The card set. And everyone can read. It says add-on only. Nobody's gotten it yet, and not,
You have 14 backers.
Yeah, the cards are going good.
Yeah.
Quite well. And then...
The Hojo Weens are
Yeah, I
sold
did a little
out.
special, yeah. And that went well. I was surprised on that one. I didn't think anybody would be back. Everybody would be watching shows on Halloween. And then you can get the cover,
I didn't miss it.
or you can get all three of them. Whatever you want to do. It is set up for the economic, whatever your economic tier is, like whatever you want to spend. We got original art.
So you're doing all three for 35?
Yeah, man. Why not?
Dude!
You know what Dr. Lazarus would say?
By Grabthar's hammer, what a savings.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
That was his enthusiastic face, by the way. Yeah. It is a crazy deal.
I really
You can get every book I'll ever
Crazy
read
deal.
for $60.
So this is the both versions of book one.
The black and white sketch cover, and
And-
then all three covers for the new one.
So it's 6 books.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
like $7 a page or something. That's cheap.
Terrible.
That's cheap.
Ooh,
It's a
I
great
see
deal.
that you put the wraparound on your collector's box too.
You got it.
Very cool. I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't do it this way and put the center.
Well, that's just a
Fine.
mock-up. We'll fine tune it. Because I just put something on the back because I didn't really have anything yet to put on the back.
Although it does sit on that, so you would be sitting on half of the cover. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, the ultimate team up. What's this?
That's like the box that I think you guys got that on the first campaign.
Yeah.
It's basically that, and I'm going to take all the contents of the box, the new box, and put it in with the old box. The way you can get literally everything I've ever offered.
Wow. That's
Nice.
awesome. You're doing that for 120.
Yeah. I don't
So
even
you know
know
what?
if Ethan's got a bigger stuff with box, but he's got toys. I don't have toys.
So you know what, Shae? Get that one, and then we'll give away the stuff from the first campaign because it's now duplicate. Yeah.
I love how you spend my money.
Yeah. I'm good at it. Hey, you know, while we're here, we should get some pencils.
Yeah, you want to get some original pencils? Why not? I mean,
Sure.
clearly,
I'm not going to stop you.
I know you wouldn't. You would be you'd be like, yeah, that's exactly it.
And I saw Oliver was here, man. Oliver, I saw his book at a comic shop, like when I went down for a wedding.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was the Cryptidnals. It was one of the because they made the big book and then they chopped it up, but it was one of those issues. I bought it. Good price.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're like,
It's like when I go out and I find Alternate in the wild. And
Yeah,
I'm
I love seeing
"Well, I
indies in
need
the
to buy
wild.
it."
yeah. I saw some Mad Cave.
Very cool. So you got page 1, which I mean, I feel like is going to be a pretty. It's a pretty iconic page because that's
That's it.
the first time that the cat talks. Like
Yep.
you want to get in on that, and then
Hmm.
page 3, and then your draw me in is already
Yeah.
gone.
It sold today. I had to put my glasses on. It's like, I didn't think anybody was gonna get that.
Hell yeah, that is awesome.
So the draw me in tier, was it for this book?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He or she, I think it's a he, gets to be medical assistant B.
Oh, cool.
They get to help in an
So-
exorcism.
So
Nice.
how far, like how much of this is completed?
Alexander's fast, man. Like we changed interior artists. You're always looking to upgrade. I wouldn't say like I don't look at it as like I don't. That sounds weird. Like it as in like he wasn't good enough, but like price point and what I wanted to do and like working with the inker because he knows the inker. They work on a lot of commissions together,
Mm-hmm.
so it makes this whole process a little faster. Because like if they can't reach each other on the internet, they'll just go to each other's house.
Oh, solid.
Something like that. So like he says like 7 pages, sometimes 7 a week. But we're
That is
about
very fast.
he's got 4 pages penciled, 4 inked, 3 colored. He's working on the 4th page right now, and he's already thumbnailed pretty much all of the book. He said he was going to
Very
work
nice.
around this drawn in tier, but now he doesn't have to work around it.
Yeah, as of today.
Yeah.
How many pages is the book? I missed that.
It could be 24, and then we'll add some fan art too.
Gotcha,
Nice.
gotcha. So I guess my other question is, what's the series going to be like? Are you just going to go indefinitely, or do you have a set number picked out? or-
13. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna, like
Oh, my
50
lucky number.
volumes of manga and stuff like that. Like certain amount of issues. I'm gonna put them on the shelf when it's done. I guess maybe I could come back to it, but I think
You know what you need to do? Release it in a collected work once you're at book 13.
like an omnibus or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That would actually be really cool, especially if you did, if you get to that point where you've got the 13 and you do.
Because I don't
like, a
because
really
the
nice-
13th one is a double-sized edition. We're going out with a bang. Because I needed like an 8-page fight scene.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta
who doesn't?
chew up some real estate.
Clearly, you need an 8-page fight. That just makes the most sense.
Yeah, gotta have 13 issues. The whole supernatural motif.
Shae's never looked better.
I
Thank
don't-
you, J Dread.
Thanks, Dread. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm gonna think that I'm taking it as a compliment. I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
That's 336 pages when you're done.
Oh man.
Johnny says I gave her a slightly bitchy attitude on that print and didn't really know why. Now I get it. Shae was gonna cosplay it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny. It's like you know me.
Mm. He was a treat to work with, and I had him in mind like over a year ago because I even
Yeah.
contacted him. I said, "I got something for you in the future. I've seen your work, and I got something for you." He was like, "Yeah, just hit me up." And I gave him the concept. He was like, "You bet your ass I can do it."
Yeah. That definitely
Johnny does fit you well.
he does. He does. He makes the women's pretty.
And I make my coloring debut on this one. So
Oh, yeah?
I'm coloring that Tasky print like up a little bit. It's not done yet. I wanted to show everybody like a work in
This
process. Yeah, that's me. I'm not done.
I like it. I really like the kind of crackle orb behind her.
Yep.
It looks really, really cool.
Bitchin'. You're doing great on her hair.
Yeah, thank you. Eric did Eric Nitotowski. He did it on a fan art Friday and sent it to me. I was like, you know what? As a reward to everybody, let's just give everybody some extra art and I do this one myself.
Nice. Yeah, this looks like a really freaking awesome campaign. Like you got the first one was really, really cool, really interesting concept. I'm glad to see that you have the second one already like in the works too. This
Yeah.
one you have going until it goes until December 13th, and then you plan on fulfilling in March.
Yeah, probably around March. Yeah. 5 months was the last one. Was the fulfilled from launch less than 5 months.
Nice.
So are you looking at March or April? Because I thought I saw an April fulfill on some of the things down below.
Maybe it is April. Maybe it's all April. I don't know.
Well, I'm seeing March 15th. March 15th.
Yeah, go to like the pages and stuff.
It'll be March though. And the thing is, like, I can't edit those. I have to go contact admin because legal issues and stuff like that. But I might get it changed to April. Yeah, I just did that because I didn't know how long he was going to be on making those. I just plugged him in.
Fair.
I'll get back to it.
Well, that's the thing is, honestly,
Spring 24. That's when you'll have it.
Planning for later and then fulfilling sooner. Like, I don't know anybody who's going to be like, I can't believe you fulfilled a month earlier.
How dare you?
Yeah, because if I hear that, I'm going to be like, really, dude?
Right, and be like, okay, well,
I don't want to.
You know what? Here's a stamp. Ship it back. I will hold it to you for you for a month.
Yeah.
Send it back to you. Now send me more shipping money.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think this is gonna be cool. Do you have like any other bits about this that you want to hit on that why people should be picking up Mythicals too? Because this seems just awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it's starting to catch on. There's a little buzz coming. Like it's back because it's a good story. It's characters you can care about, and like they're not all sitting around drinking coffee and bitching about the world, and they don't all sound the same.
Yeah.
So, like it's like first issue 1 and 2. This is like a perfect like a little like a 2-part pilot. You come in and you establish the world in the first one. Like, this is kind of what it is. We got like a little peek through the doorway. This one we just kick the door down, and this is what all this is about. Like, this is like a government agency that regulates superhuman threat or supernatural threats, and something big's coming, and we got to find these pieces of 8. And the Inquisitor, we haven't even really talked about him much, because I don't have those pages done yet. He was looking for something in the first one, and this one he finds it. And after this, we get the world hop throughout different mythologies and my spin on different little fairy tales and legends and stuff that I grew up loving. I was a big Clash of the Titans kid when I was a kid, and I got interested in mythology, and so I'm pouring all that stuff, and we get to, like I said, world hop like Indiana Jones and go on these missions, and it's all leading somewhere.
Tell me it was the original Clash of the Titans.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in my 40s.
That is such a
Yeah. Love it.
Look,
this is
the remake was what it was.
Yeah, it was a solid popcorn movie. Like, I don't want to watch it again.
fair.
The second one was okay. I like the special effects a lot on the second one.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Clash of the Titans? I think
Wrath of the Titans or something.
Yeah, it was. Had Liam Neeson in it.
Yep.
And I like how you have your 10K stretch goal is classified. Is it classified because you have a really good idea, or is it classified because you're still trying to figure out what you're going to do?
I have to go with the latter. I'm an honest person. I have an inkling because somebody kind of gave me an idea, but I'll do something along those lines.
Nice.
It's going to be something unique.
I feel like you're on the way. It hasn't even been a month yet. That's a decent chunk of change. So.
Yeah, and for like not to knock FundMyComic because it's not as big as Indiegogo and Kickstarter. I mean, I'm gonna drop those here in a couple weeks and like basically break the pool queue and throw it to people and like go ahead. I think this might do well on Kickstarter because I have a Don Edwards print that was pretty much tailor made for Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. So it's really about eyes and to be able to do this quicker again. That's why I did it last time, and I think I made like just south of 12K over the various crowdfunding platforms. So it's hard to do that with the flop. Nobody's doing floppies. Like it's a different experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, like I had no idea that the first issue had gotten that much traction. Yeah. That is amazing. Yeah,
it's insane. Like I hustled out there with like marketing, like going to comic shops, driving around, putting flyers up. Like I used to work with
Well,
a lot
see,
of bands back in the day.
that's what you
Know how
gotta
to
do.
market. Yeah. Because people are
And
like,
so
all
I'm-
these people were buying the, Last Ronin. Like, you know how much money that did?
Mm.
You have to go find those people. Those are the ones that people flock to that because the rest of the stuff sucks. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, these people go in there, they don't really like it, and they complain about it. Yeah, well, what are you offering them differently? You have to find those people. They're not all on Twitter all the time. It's not. They're all in the same chats. You're selling to the same audience around here.
Yeah. And I think that that's a huge issue that a lot of people don't understand. And I'm very happy to hear that you are a creator who understands I'm a marketing major, and so I get the importance of being able to diversify your brand and being able to find the right target audience, and you have to meet them where they're at, because
Tertiary
anything
marketing.
that takes effort, that's lost sales. If you make something difficult, if you make something very simple and straightforward and you go to them, then there's a much higher chance that they're going to end up actually purchasing.
Yeah, and if I keep making more money, and like this is going to be a set rate to produce these, as far as like in-house,
Mm-hmm.
the line art to produce the book art-wise. And I'm talking about like printing costs or anything like that. Once we can get that, because this could be a set level, I could bring this back again like twice a year, because it's not. It's just, I had ambivalence about coming back again so early, because people were like, "Oh man, I'm tired of that. I've done seen that." Just wait a while and then we'll come back. We want it to be like an event, like like a movie coming out every couple of years or something, not like TV. Like, okay, well, TV has evolved. Like, some TV is better than the movies you watch if you find the right TV show. So like it's quality. Like I wanted to drop my prices, but it's an economic reality that I kind of can't, because probably printing costs are going to go up. And we're coming into an election year. We're coming into the holidays, and everybody like, oh man, October is usually a good year or a month, but not this October. I'm like, well, thanks for telling me now. So I'm already just trying to overcome that by just getting out there and just showing people like, I will give you something. I'll give you your money's worth. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not going to keep your books from you and to spend your money elsewhere. I'm here to work.
$13 for a book, even though it's 24 pages. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, and I
damn
undercut
good.
everybody on shipping. My shipping's only $8 for a flop for the single book, not $10. And I'm charging $15. But
$15.
yeah,
I'll send you a postcard.
yeah. I'm not trying to get to, like, I would love to be able to undercut people, but I don't have the people talk about reach and stuff. Like, I have to go on shows. I don't have a YouTube channel. People don't want to listen to me prattle on about the world. That's for sure. And I just don't have the time. I have a family. I got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Just stick it out there. It doesn't matter if anyone listens.
Yeah. I have to go to a Guy Fawkes
As
party.
seen evidence by this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw it all out there and hope people are listening.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm grateful for everybody who has me on. I think I'm grateful you guys have me back.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a quality product. Give a shit.
Yeah.
We'll have you on.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like what you're doing with your IP. I think that it's really interesting, and you always seem to get really good people on board to help you visualize what your end goal is. And that's something that makes me want to have you on repeatedly, because
I pay
hard.
attention.
Yeah.
Like, just proof positive. Like, I kept hustling, I kept grinding, and I kept showing it to people. And they're like, "Oh, I'll take a chance." And then, like, Adam Miller did that thing where we're going to do the cards for all these people. Here's a submission form, and I'll see if you're selected. And he selected me, and I was like, "Well, son of a bitch, that's awesome!" Like,
Very cool.
I think I bought some ad space in an Alterna book too. That helps.
We've done that. So.
Yeah, have to do that. Like, you got to get out there.
Exactly.
Like Dillard, he's a great guy. He's a great artist. What sold me, he did this like Donatello, just a black and white ink piece of him. That was my favorite Ninja Turtle, with him like with the bow staff. Like, I was like,
yeah, I love Donnie.
I really wish I could buy that right now, but you're on my radar. And then it just so happens he's working with Yellow Flash on a book, so that's only going to help you. Like I said, you got to pay attention to these things. Like, I got Peter Gilmore for a reason. Not only is he a great artist, but he's a hot artist right now, and it worked. I sold a lot of the Gilmore issue on the first one.
Well,
stand
and
tall.
I mean, look, finding the things that you feel are going to represent your
Yeah.
brand and your
Yeah.
vision well, that's the important part. So I
Yep.
think that you're doing great. I'm really stoked to see you back and to see you back so soon. You already fulfilled, the Mythicals #1,
Mhm.
and there's not that issue going over, and now you're back here and you have #2, and like I literally went to go and put in the cosplay photos into my cosplay folder, and when I went to type in the Mythicals, because I do it by year,
Mhm.
it was like, yeah, you already have this one done. I was like, oh my gosh, that makes me so happy to know that we've already done one of these and you're back again and you're ready to go again. I think that's really, it's amazing. It shows a lot about who you are as a creator and the fact that you're really working hard to make sure that you're bringing out not just quality products, but quality products that aren't going to take years and years for people to be able to see.
Yeah, I just want to get the story out there. I just want people like to get those DMs from like a backer that says, "Oh my god, this was so awesome! You better have the second one like right fucking now." That's
Yeah.
that's like verbatim quote from a DM I got from somebody, and I'm like
Nice.
that makes it worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I did a signing at it wasn't local, it was about 30 minutes away, and I had the book out there. I had the Nancy the group shot out there as like a reader copy.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this girl that she came up. She had like the little I don't even know what to call them, the little braces on her arms to help her walk. And her dad was like, "Yeah, this was what I was telling you about. This look, I saw the flyer and it looked like something you might be into." And she just looked at it. She was like, "Oh my god, she's so pretty." And I was like, "Well, thank you." And then she started flipping through it. She was like, "This looks so cool. Will you sign it for me?" And I was like, "Of course I'll sign it for you." Like I gave her some trading cards and stuff like that and a sticker, and I was like, "Here, let me know what you think. I hope you're back for the second one because I'm gonna have a flyer here too." So
that's so cool, and that's what makes it all worthwhile. Is when you have
exactly, just something like that. Like my kids I have a 5-year-old, and all he wants to do now is learn how to read so he can read comic books.
That's perfect. That's exactly what this medium is made for. So I'm really glad that you're seeing that already, because being a newer creator, being somebody who is trying to do floppy editions, which is already an uphill battle from the indie scene, and you're putting out 2 books a year, which is pretty freaking baller. It's really amazing that you're getting that kind of feedback, and you're getting that kind of feedback because you are meeting your audience where they are. You are going and finding your people in your audience, and so you can get this in front of the people who are going to enjoy it, and that's fucking awesome. That makes me really happy to hear that.
Yeah, and it's like so embarrassing that like if you would go like look at my Twitter timeline and the message I send, I just scour Twitter. I'll look at somebody that's looking at something else. Like I'll go to another creator and they're looking at something and they say this looks great, and I'm like, "Hey man, why don't you take a chance on this? Take a look." What are they going to say? No or ignore it? Either way, it didn't cost me anything. So every door not knocked on is a no. Everybody, that's basic sales.
As long as you are still engaging people as a person, because we've had a lot of people who were responding to other people's tweets and shilling their books, but they were doing it in such a skeevy way that
I know, I see it.
Yeah, so like making sure that you're still being a human being, and like, you're still interacting with people, because when they're backing you, they're backing you as much as your book,
Yeah. Or if I see somebody lamenting and like, "Why do comics suck right now?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'll tell you why," and then show you something I'll show you something that's I'm not going to say I'm better than anybody that's working at Marvel or DC or anything like that. I'm just saying the quality is better because we care about what we're doing. We care about our characters.
Absolutely.
Like, they have no love for the characters they write, and they have the
No, they're assigned a book. Yeah. They're assigned a book for a certain amount of issues to do. They get really no reward for doing it well. And usually, even if they do it great and the audience really responds, their run doesn't get extended at all. So why should they give a fuck?
I know. And you know what the highest selling book of comic of October 2023 was?
What's that?
Transformers #1. You know why? Because he fucking loves Transformers.
Nice. Well, I think that this looks great. I'm super excited to see this succeed just like the previous one did. And I think that if you're watching and you haven't backed, you absolutely should. There's no reason for you to wait any longer. Go and back this book because I think that it's going to be a fun series.
Yeah.
And I really think that Hojo is here to stay.
Yeah, I get to inject my humor into it, so it's fun.
Nice. Before we go out, we're gonna watch the trailer on the way out. But is there anything else that you want to tell anybody, Hojo, before we wrap?
Oh, that question. If you want just like an entertaining comic, then you just be able to just put away, like, you know what, that was funny. That's a good story. Can't wait for the next one. That's really all you need out of a comic book. Just take a chance.
That's awesome.
Safe bet.
Sai, do you have any last questions or words?
Back it. Do it.
Very
Do it
well
now.
said. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. Ring the bell so you get all of the notifications. And with that, we will leave you out with
do
the
it.
trailer. You got it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I told that moron not to take out my Tchaikovsky tape. No matter, let's get started. Here we are, Nancy Moon. The last time we left our heroine, she had just joined my esteemed colleagues at level M. And the soldier who cannot stop talking, a magician with money issues, and a vampire with a checkered past. With her other teammates she's yet to meet, one in particular might be a little bit shocking for her.
Sexy.
She's not allergic. Back it today, won't you? Like right meow.